Before we leave WA to begin our lap of Australia, we're heading back to one of our favourite parts of the country, the southwest coast. With incredible beaches, epic camps and coastline that never gets old, this place keeps calling us back, and in this episode we'll show you exactly why.
Old mate seems to have got himself a bit lost.
Good morning, friends. We're just laughing. We're heading off on a trip and the car is literally like a plane cockpit with mapping systems and all these crazy gadgets going on. The stupid thing about this is that we have driven this road hundreds of times and we actually don't really need any maps, but this is what the world has become. They all telling us different things and we really don't need any of them. So welcome back. We are heading off for a few days, just on a little autumn jaunt because the weather's going to be good. We're going with some family and we're going down south and it'll be our first little winter camp, won't it, with the campfire and all that sort of thing, before we head off on our big trip in a month.
A month, yeah.
Excited?
There he goes.
We have been prepping quietly in the background, getting Simba ready for the big journey, and you know, this is just a little weekend getaway because we needed to have one. It's midweek, so we're hoping there's not going to be too many people around. We are going back to one of our favourite spots, which you will find out a little bit later on, or will be revealed. But yeah, we're really looking forward to this one, to soak up WA before we leave WA for who knows how long. So please stick around, enjoy the scenery, because there is some pretty cracker scenery down this way, and we'll share the few days with you. Just to give you some context about what time of the year it is, because it's beautiful and green at the moment. We've had a fair bit of rain of late. It is early May, so it's very, very pretty down here at the moment. So this is the little town of Bridgetown. We certainly got a beautiful day for it because everything is just so colourful. There's something special about Bridgetown in autumn. The cooler mornings, golden leaves, misty forests and quiet country charm make it one of the most beautiful times of the year to visit this little southwest gem. We were just passing through, so a bakery stop seemed appropriate. So we've just left the little town of Bridgetown. We just had a little stretch break and toilet break and mandatory bakery stop. And we are heading down towards our campsite. We don't really know what to expect when we get there. It's a bit of a trek to get in. We haven't been this time of the year before, have we? We've only kind of been winter, but not sort of. We think the trek might be pretty good. We're hoping.
Yeah, I think it won't be too soft. I don't think it'll be quite firm. I don't think it won't be any dramas anyway.
No, so, and we're also hoping, hang on, I want to show you. We're also hoping that there's nobody there, because we've been before, we actually know which campsite we want. So we're hoping. We need 2 campsites because there's 2 vehicles, and we know which one we want. So, but in saying that, the campsite that we want is usually the one it's a good both way kind of campsite, isn't it? Like it's weather, any kind of weather, it's good. The ideal campsite is right on the front where you will get hit with the weather if it comes in. But I think we're just going to go with the safe bet and go with the one that we usually go in, just because it's a bit more protected. It can get pretty blustery down there, can't it, sometimes?
Yeah, I mean, there's probably only two, possibly three that'll suit their camper trailer anyway. So
Yeah.
I think you'd have to be pretty unlucky at this time of year to pull in there and have no spots available for the camper trailer. Like
Yeah.
we've been here before when there's been no one there.
Yeah, and it is midweek, so
I think we'll be fine.
yeah. We are in farmland. It's very, very fertile down here. There's all sorts of, we've just passed orchards and also vineyards. There's plenty of cattle. So it's a very, very pretty place to drive through. So we'll just share it with you as we go, and we'll check in with you when we get a little bit closer to camp.
Just one of the reasons we run more than one mapping system. Old mate seems to have got himself a bit lost.
We were just talking about the Tyre Pressure Monitors that we have in the car, and Paul had a query with them a week or so ago with the fact that they kept beeping for no reason, didn't they? Do you want to explain what was going on?
Well, they were beeping, for no reason. Well, there seemed no reason anyway. The pressures weren't dropping, or certainly hadn't gone down by anything significant enough to trigger them off. But
Except for the cold weather.
yeah, but even still, they might have dropped a degree or two, a pound or two overnight, but it wasn't enough to trigger them off. But they were beeping every now and then, and I decided to change the batteries in them. I'd actually totally forgotten that there were batteries inside each of the
Caps.
the valve cap things, and I think the information on them says you probably should change them every, it's like 12 to 18 months or something?
Yeah, 18 months to 2 years, I think it said. Something like that.
Well, we would have had them in probably at least 3 years, I would say.
Yeah.
Anyway, I changed the batteries over, and that shut them up. They haven't beeped since, so I'm assuming that's what the problem was, that they weren't flat to the point where they weren't giving a reading. They were giving a reading and beeping every now and then, so I figure that means they were just on their way out, but they're all good now. And we were chatting about the fact that since we've had them, or prior to having them, I don't reckon we ever got a flat tyre.
No,
and then
no, we didn't.
Since putting them on within the last 3 years, we've had 3 punctures unrelated to the monitors, just genuine punctures, but all of them flagged by that thing before it got dangerous. So it's certainly worth the money, worth the investment.
Yeah, and but over the last 3 years, we've done more driving than we've ever done in entire life. So that also explains why we've probably had more punctures.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, but in saying that, we were actually just talking about if you were going to do any great mileage or any long distance trips, and you don't have those, I'd feel a little bit concerned now, knowing that they do give you an alarm when your tyre goes down even a little bit. So yeah, just touching base. But note to self, check the batteries in your TPMS, because they do die and cause silly alarms every now and again. So yeah, for future reference. Just talking about this road and how beautiful it is with the great big trees, but you would not want to lose concentration for one moment, would you? No. Like the size of the trees on the other side on bends, like you'd plough into one of those and wouldn't even make the tree move. They are massive. It's just such a beautiful piece of road. But yeah, there's one coming up here. Check out this one. This is on our side. It's an absolute monster of a thing.
I think we talked about this last time as well, hey? Like this road just throws you around.
Yeah. Look at this one. What the heck? It's crazy. Gosh knows how long these trees have been here for, but it's just one of the most beautiful parts of WA. So we're actually in the Mount Franklin National Park, and I don't think you'll see trees like this anywhere else except the southwest corner of WA, I'm pretty sure. Definitely worth a drive, guys, if you haven't been down here.
There's nothing quite like rolling into a favourite campsite. The second the wheels stop, all the memories come flooding back. The views, the sunsets, the slow mornings, the coastline, and that feeling of knowing you're exactly where you're meant to be. We aren't quite there yet, we've still got some tracks to tackle, but the excitement is certainly building. Depending on the time of the year and the condition of the track, airing down your tyres is optional. This track has a little hut at the start to let you know about the campground and maps of the area. It's not a difficult track, but can have a couple of tricky patches when the track is soft.
This kind of stuff must get your heart going.
We were just talking about that. The first time we came out here in the 80s, and we were pretty much ourselves, but we don't worry about it now.
I think my heart rate's up.
Just chilled out for the afternoon, took some little walks down to the beach and around the campground, and were absolutely stoked to be able to have our first campfire for 2026. How good with the old campfire. The wind's dropped right off. I think we've just got a really good spot here. So we're on dinner tonight, and tonight we're having steak in wraps. Pause on turning the steak over Judy's. He loves it. We decided to head out in the Hilux and leave the Troopy back at the camp while we explored some of the local area. The drive out to Cliffy Head is all part of the adventure, with the track starting at the campsite. Winding through the rugged landscapes of the D'Entrecasteaux National Park, this four-wheel drive track delivers that perfect mix of anticipation, isolation and wild southwest scenery that makes reaching the coast feel even more rewarding. Wowzers! Welcome to Cliffy Head. Check that out. What a magnificent coastline. It's just brilliant, hey. I wonder if you can walk out through here. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for a stroll. Next, we left the coastline behind and headed deeper into the national park in search of a very different kind of waterway. And as we've said many times before, the forests here in WA Southwest are nothing short of incredible. Towering trees, winding tracks and scenery that really speaks for itself. Hey guys, we've just come out for a drive today and we've taken a road that we have been down once before, but we came down on a day when the weather was much less presentable than it is today. So we're at the Broke Inlet, which is in the D'Entrecasteaux National Park. This is there's some little shanties or huts here, and yeah, it's the last time we came here the water was right up to the road. This is what we've got right now. It's absolutely stunning. Check it out. So on those tiny little islands just close in here, there's all birds. There's lots of bird life around. I'm sure there's lots of wildlife too, but it's just beautiful. So this is the Broke Inlet. If you are coming around the coast, the south coast of WA, the Broke Inlet's quite a big body of water, and it obviously is tidal, as you can see. It's absolutely beautiful.
And just the colours and everything, it's fantastic.
Broke Inlet is one of the southwest's most impressive hidden waterways and one of the largest coastal lagoons in Western Australia. Tucked deep inside the D'Entrecasteaux National Park, it's surrounded by dense forest and untouched wilderness. Depending on rainfall and the opening to the ocean, its size and character can change dramatically, making it feel different every time you see it. Apart from its obvious beauty, Mandalay Beach is famous for the wreck of the SS Mandalay, which ran aground here in 1911. Over time, the ship broke apart in the surf, and today only fragments remain, quietly scattered along the shoreline and slowly being reclaimed by the ocean. The tide was too far in today to see it at all.
Hello,
Yeah,
what's happening?
gonna go and catch dinner.
Shouldn't laugh. He's decided he's going to chuck a line in, so we're going to go down to the water and see what happens. There are some other people here camping and they have got kids with them, and they were out fishing last night and they caught some herring, so he's going to give it a go. Intrepid fisherman.
Let's do this.
Come along and see what we catch.
What do we want? Salmon, herring,
Snapper.
snapper,
Barramundi.
barramundi.
Probably not going to find it. Anyway, we're going down to the beach, so please join us. Oh, I love him so much. I hope he catches something. He's practicing. He's even got his Crocs on. Like, you've even got your Crocs on. He never wears Crocs. This is hilarious. He means business. Aren't they just the ugliest things you've ever seen? Holy moly, he's even he's got a Troopy on his Crocs. Oh, I love him so much. Bless him. I don't know. I think you should just throw the line in. Off the rocks, off the beach. Look at it though. Holy moly. It's so nice down here. What do you reckon, guys? Do you reckon it's a ripper spot? We're not sure about the fishing really, but just to come down and sit on the beach for a little while, that's pretty good. This place just gets me every time. Look at it. How fantastic is the spot? I've got to get around the rocks here, so bear with me. Places you go. He actually just caught a herring.
What?
You with me?
Yeah.
See the places we have to go just to catch a fish?
bad place to be stuck. Morning.
Well, howdy.
We've packed up. We had a really nice night last night, just sitting around for a while, and we had a pretty early night actually, but we've got up this morning. We're heading into Albany today, so we've just packed down the Troopy, and fam are packing up their camper trailer, and we're heading into Albany just for an overnight stop before we head home. We'll stop in a few little places on the way, have a bit of a look-see, but the weather's just turning it on down here for us at the moment. I did throw the drone up, so I will flick some stuff into the video for you to see. Just having another little walk around the campsite before we head off this morning. It's a bit breezy today. This is the prime spot here.
Logs.
Yeah, prime spot there. But again, you catch the full wind, full brunt of the wind. All right, let's go and see what we can see down the beach. It's just beautiful. Fair few campers in last night actually, which is always nice to see, but it's so quiet, so peaceful, and I know we've banged on about this place before, but you need to get down here. I'll put the info down below. Yeah, stay with us. The little adventure's not done yet, so we'll check in with you when we're back in the car. just had a really lovely drive through the Walpole Nornalup National Park, and we have arrived at a place called Circular Pool. It's beautiful and green here at the moment, so I'm hoping that there's going to be some water flowing, so let's go and have a look. It's a lot like Dwelling Up, hey? Deep within the Walpole Nornalup National Park, the circular pool feels almost hidden in plain sight. It's formed where the Franklin River narrows and swirls into a deep, still basin. The water here is calm, dark, and incredibly striking against the surrounding forest. Towering karri and tingle trees line the banks, adding to the feeling that you've stepped into a completely different world. Can't believe we never found that place before.
Yeah, I don't think we've been there.
Which is,
The name sounded familiar, but
I think there's probably a few circular pools in WA. That place was really worth a visit. If you are down in the Walpole area of southwest WA, make sure you make an effort to go out there. It's off the main road, but it's through the national park, and the drive out there is spectacular. It would be really good in the summer if there was a little bit of water running. The kids could enjoy the waterfall pools, couldn't they?
Yeah, I'm sure there'd be water in there all year round, just not as much flowing.
Yeah.
The main pool would have water in, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think that it hasn't even got to wet season yet, so they'd probably be running quite ferociously during the winter, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, so we're back out onto the main road now, onto the Walpole Road, and we're heading towards Walpole through Denmark. Destination is Albany. So, yeah, we'll see what else we can find on the way. We're off to see the big boys. Although this big boy's not working. So we're still at the wind farm. We've just done a bit of a walk loop track around the outside of the wind farm looking for the coast, and we found it, and you'll see by the scenery it's just magnificent. Some surfers in the water,
honestly, Mother Nature has put it on for us this last few days. It's just beautiful down here at the moment. Bit cold now, but the sun's still shining and the weather has been glorious. And we just saw a very friendly kangaroo standing in the middle of the footpath who stopped and tried to stare us down and then happily trotted off, hopped off into the bush. Morning everyone. Morning from Albany. You would have seen from the footage yesterday that we're in Albany. We just stayed at the Big 4 Caravan Park last night with some of our family and heading home today. So this will be most definitely the last camping vid you get before we head off on our lap. Yes? Yeah. Camping vid. We maybe. It's about 4 weeks till we go. But I don't know, we keep saying this is the last one, but there was time for another. So we're not sure. But it could be, I'll leave it at that, it could be the last camping vid before we go.
Probably will be, actually.
Do you think?
I think, yeah. Yeah,
we've still got a fair bit to do. Car's got to have a couple of things done to it. We'll fill you in on all that in our next vid. But yeah, 1 month. So we're just heading off today back home after we've had our coffee. And that'll be the end of it for this one. Do you think?
I think.
Unless I can slap some other footage in. Slap you? Yeah. I will.
We've absolutely loved sharing some of the best bits of WA Southwest with you, and this is just the beginning of what we can't wait to show you next. As we make our way home from this final WA road trip for a while, there's a mix of gratitude for these places we get to explore and serious excitement for what's just around the corner. Our next massive adventure is about to begin, and we'd love you to come along for the ride. Make sure you're subscribed and have notifications on so you don't miss a moment of what's coming next. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.